for you?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I will do that. Yeah, we are live. Actually, it's running,
What?
but no one's here. No one's here. We are alive.
I'm going to tell my mom.
As I sometimes say, we are alive.
Yeah, we're live.
Welcome, Tom. I'm going to grab a water just as we wait for our first viewer. Just a sec.
All
I
right.
was about to do that before we hit go live, but what the hell?
I got you covered.
Is that the noise from the plumber? Because I hear.
What did you hear?
Noise.
Did you hear whistling?
No, whistling. I know that was you, but like there was some background clanking noise.
Crackling? That's my my heat going on in my office, which is separate from the system that's having the problem. We have the steam heat system, which is as old as it gets.
Yeah.
A boiler that sends steam through pipes, and then on an addition on our house we have like water, like a closed system, which is less of a pain in the ass.
All right, it seems we have a viewer. Welcome, our viewer. Someone is in here. Say hello in the chat. We have.
Yes.
Oh yeah, hello everyone. Kusan Samato.
Close. You almost nailed it.
Almost nailed it. Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen. I mean, we're recording this anyway, so we'll have this for whoever's watching either today or watching later. It seems I'm saying welcome. It looks like when you send a message, it sends through my channels.
Interesting. Well, sorry, I'll be very careful with that, Philip. I won't ruin your reputation.
That's fine. Yeah. Please don't cancel me. You have all the powers now.
Yes.
Anyways, we said today we're going to do this live stream because we have an announcement, right?
And what is that?
And that announcement.
Yeah.
What is that?
There's so many in the pipeline, but
yeah.
The one
one of many, exactly. But the one that we're doing today, and if you're in the chat, say hello to us. The one that we're doing today is about Replay and a new thing called Replay MCP. So Replay has historically been a company that was doing debugging, and we're still doing that. We're finding new ways of doing that. So for the last couple of months, we've been exploring a project called the Replay Builder. We were using that debugging power to build apps. And now we're continuing with building apps and helping people build apps. But we want to announce something that helps everyone debug their apps and make them better, and do a little vibe debugging, I guess.
Yeah, Philip and I and the rest of the team, we couldn't be more excited about this because it brings us back to the roots of Replay. And while we were building, Replay Builder, the vibe coder, we kept being reminded of what makes that different, and it's the Replay debugging tools, right? So with Replay MCP, which we're about to talk about, it just takes the friction out of running those tools. So yeah. So what app are we going to test today in real time?
Yeah.
With full disclosure that we don't know how this is going to go, and it can go in many directions, but we're hoping it goes forward.
It will be a massive success. It will be a massive success
Huge.
today.
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, this project is just a couple of days old, so yeah, some issues might be expected, but let's actually see it in action. I think it's probably like best to just go ahead and demonstrate what Replay MCP does. And we have a project here. You vibe coded something for me, right? Oh, you
did.
even added added comments for the vibe coder.
Yeah, I've coded a sales CRM, which is something that we saw on in many Reddit threads. People are trying to build because they're tired of paying exorbitant amounts for the CRMs that are out there in the world. But in this case, I asked Claude to build a CRM that had a variety of bugs in it, and then we're gonna run Replay MCP to see if we can resolve these.
Yep, I decided to delete like all of the comments. Well, not all of the comments, but like all of the comments that basically signified that there is a bug, right? So that we can, so that no one can blame us, for cheating. And I think we have a bug list in here. I'm going to delete that as well before we spin up the AI powers.
Right.
So
as
how
of
do I
now,
run this? I can just go. There is a utility. I can just go open index HTML, but I do have this utility that's called serve, and I think we might need that in order to run through MCP. But yeah, this is the project. Let me try that just really quickly. Serve. Okay, let's do npm install serve. And now we go serve. Serve. Npx serve. Will this work? Here we go. Now we're running on localhost. That's what I wanted to achieve. Let me just copy this URL, spin up Chrome, put it in here, and here we go. That's probably too big.
Are you running that in? Oh, you're not running it in Replay's Chromium.
No. I'm just showing the audience the application right now.
Got it.
So like we want to see what this does. And we have some bugs. I'm assuming that we're going to run into some when I like try to add new lead maybe. Yeah, that's my phone number. Thank you very much, autocomplete. Don't call me. I'm not talking to you, Tom. You can call me, but if people are watching this.
Yeah. So one bug is around that I found is around editing leads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like there's some data loss after editing a lead.
Okay. A lead.
Like search, there may be a bug with search, right?
Okay, let's. The editing field. Oh, it duplicates it. I see it. I edited the value and it duplicated that. All right. Let me make me more cheap. Yeah, it has the duplicate. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in a situation now. We found a bug.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something?
No, go ahead.
All right. So we're in this situation. We found a bug. This is obviously a vibe-coded application. Now, whether you are a vibe coder that doesn't know any code, or you're a developer that's harnessing the power of AI to speed up your development, you know that having bugs in your application is no fun, right? And now you cannot be lazy anymore. You need to find the issue. And how do you find an issue like this, right? I click the edit button, I hit save, and and now I have 2 records. My data is corrupted. What the hell is going on? So if there was a vibe debugging way of doing this, we would just describe the bug and let the AI fix it. And that's what many of us actually do, right? We ask Claude to like, hey, I found this bug. Can you help me find a way? But that's that can go either way. It can either like work really well or it can fail miserably. And one thing that Replay MCP is doing is helping to like not fail miserably. In fact, we are trying to help you actually replicate the problem and fix it. So, to whoever is not familiar with Replay, it has this. What you need to know is it has like these 2 big parts of a system. First one is recording, and the second one is replaying. And we've been always doing recording manually, and then for replaying you would have your DevTools, where you could go similarly as in Chrome DevTools. You could examine your application, but you could actually do that in a time. So you could do that through that recording. And anyone who's like familiar with, for example, debugger, if you ever used a debugger statement in your code, you know you can like stop your application and then go step by step to find the root cause of the problem, right? And it's a lengthy process. What Replay allows you to do is to actually go step back and step forward. Like it can go both ways, which is not a thing you can do in normal DevTools. And now we're in the age of AI. So how about we just like grab all that information that's in DevTools and serve you, or not serve you, serve the AI the information that's out there. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right here. So the first thing is we're going to add skill. So we already have some skills on Replay.io GitHub, and I'm going to add them all. This is a package, by the way, by Vercel that allows you to do that. Vercel is the proper pronunciation, I guess.
Yes.
npx skills add, and you point it to a repo, and it will add all of the skills that are in there. Here we go. So which tool do we use? I use mostly Claude Code. That works for me. But we can do cursor. We can do coder. I'm just going to stick to cursor if that's fine. And we'll install it in our project. Here we go. All right, so anyone who's like not familiar with what skills are, these are basically like set of instructions for your AI to use. So if your favorite AI agent like Claude Code or Cursor is able to use skills, what that essentially means, it has the capability to sort of proactively look for these files, then ask you whether the agent can use those files, and then read the instructions and basically just follow them. So the Replay CLI is something that describes how to create a recording. And then Replay MCP describes how to debug that recording. So we got those 2 parts together, and let's just use it. So I'm going to make this a little bigger. Let's clear my console. Maybe make this a little bit bigger, and we'll spin up Claude, and we'll say, wait, so what was the bug? The bug is when I edit a record, it duplicates, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so use replay skills. So that part, I don't really have to add in, but I do that just to be sure that they are added. So you use replay skills to record my application and replay MCP to debug the following issue. That's your keyboard.
Oh, does it sound loud?
Yeah, it's hitting me a lot. That's fine. Okay, replay the following issue. The issue is that when I edit an item in my list, it duplicates the record. Application is running localhost 3000. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, I'll start by reading the skills files. All right. It checks whether the replay CLI is installed. So even if I didn't have replay CLI installed, it should install it. Actually, I'm not sure if I have installed my Replay MCP into this project, but well, we can go through that as well. All right, so let's record. And now what I kind of have to do, so this is work in progress, but what I kind of have to do is to replicate that bug manually. So I'll go to edit, I'll change this save lead. It didn't duplicate. Maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to add a new lead. Let's do sample Tom. It's going to turn out to be like a longer recording, and in general it's better to have your recordings like smaller. And I'm not able to replicate the issue. So that's a problem on our side right now. But you know what? I'm actually going to close the browser.
There's also,
anyway.
I was going to say, you can. I know there's some issues with filtering, so maybe we can do another recording and try to filter.
Yeah. We can fix all the bugs. All right. So now it's uploading the recording. It was like a 57-second long recording. Recording is uploaded. Let me use Replay MCP. I'll start by exploring what happened in the recording. All right. So now, which... So I was trying to call the MCP tools, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure why Cloud Code is not catching up on my skills, because I explicitly state in my skills that we can use all of the MCP replay tools, all of the replay IO tools, and it keeps asking me if it can use that. So maybe I forgot to like do something. Okay, why is this asking me to do like Anthropic Cloud Code latest? I don't see the point of that. CLI help. Let me ask it any confirm that anyway. Oh, it's looking to the settings. Yeah, I think I threw it off a little bit because I didn't install the Replay MCP. So let me start over. Yeah, I'll just kill it. I'll copy this, and I'm going to install Cloud Code. Cloud Code. The MCP. Let's MCP. No, we don't have MCP here. So I'll kill this. I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. because I want to add plot code here. No, I actually don't have to stop sharing my screen. Sorry. So this is how you would add your MCP. You'll do cloud MCP add replay. You set the URL of our MCP server and then add the authorization. And I have my API key actually saved in my environment, so it should be able to pick it up. When I do that, I'm going to do that, and it of course revealed my key. So thank you for that. I'll have to rotate that key, but hopefully no one's going to create 10,000 recordings now. All right, so let's try that. Let's try that instruction again. So I'm using the same instruction: use replay skills to record my application, and MCP to debug the issue. And we'll see. It seems like it's picking up where it left off. I'm not a fan of that. I'll start by recording. It's behaving a bit weird right now. Replay CLI is available. Yeah. Okay, so now it's again like opening the browser. Let me try to see if I can replicate the issue. Philip at example.com. Real value. Not going to save that. Now I'm going to edit that. Going to give it a value of $1 million. Is that 10? I don't see. I'm still like not really replicating the issue.
No, it's not. That's very strange.
Maybe I'll have to, because like we replicated that right away. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
When I added the phone number, that triggered it. All right.
All right.
I replicated the issue. Seems that is the hardest part right now. Okay. Or maybe like getting Replay MCP running. Stripe? Why is it recording Stripe? Oh, okay. It's just listing all of the recordings. So I was recording some other applications before, so that's why. Recording is captured. Now let me upload it. All right. Yeah, so like just upload the one. I don't know why it is trying to upload them all. I think this is actually, you know what? I have to remember this, because AI decided to upload all of them. It should just upload the last one.
Oh, yeah.
It should never really do that unless it is instructed to do so. So that's some updates we need to do on the skill part. All right, so let's go and see MCP in action. So now it seems like it is finally calling that MCP and looking into the data of that recording. Again, asking me for tools.
My plumber is back. I have to go and let him in, Philip.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Again,
ahead.
like I wish we had a Replay MCP for my house, so I can debug things myself and resolve them. I'll be back in momentarily.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. All right. So Cloud Code is now requesting me to like access these all kinds of tools that we have in Replay MCP. So you can see search sources. It looks through the console messages. We have another search sources, console messages. We've got like network messages, React components, all kinds of stuff. We have source, looking into the source code. So the amount of data that is collected is pretty massive. But someone asked me yesterday about this. Like, does it actually all go into our context as we record stuff? And the cool thing about this is that we're actually like not putting this recording into your context. So the recording is a thing that happens on its own. It then uploads to Replay, and then we like pick only the information that we need in order to get that analysis, get that information to like fix the bug. So it is kind of annoying that I have to like confirm everything, but hopefully this will be finished soon. So as we go through this, we actually have some partial information here already. Like you can see that here's the function which the point is in, right? So it it is like looking through the recording and trying to find the root cause. And now it actually suggests the error, the fixing of the error. Let me go back here because it gave me this nice little summary.
Yeah.
So that confirms it, right? So there was like some sort of thinking happening. And yeah, here's the bug and the full chain of events. Root cause line 186 in app.js. And it gives you this nice explanation, right? So when editing a lead, the code replaces the entire lead object with just the form data, which does not include ID or created add fields. Here's the chain. User adds a new lead, gets the ID 4. User edits that lead. Current edit ID is 4. Update runs leads 3 equals form data, but the form data has no ID property, so the lead ID becomes undefined. Yeah, so like basically what the application is doing is like replacing all of the data at once, right? As far as I can tell. And that leads to like weird problems when we're overwriting data which we should not be overwriting. Yeah,
this would be a massive problem at scale.
Definitely. I mean, first of all, it's like a huge oversight on the on the developer side, but it can happen. And once that code gets into the production, debugging that is like, I can imagine this is a nightmare. Yeah. So user edits the same lead again, which is now undefined. If the current edit is falsy, it will add a new lead to branch. Let me fix this now. All right, so it does suggest this change. So we sort of use the spread operator to update the leads instead of just putting the whole form data in here. So let's do that. Let's approve that change. And contemplating now. All right, so root cause. We've got that. All right. Oh, and look, it also noticed an off by 1 error on line 107. Leads to render length should be more than. It cannot read, which causes cannot read properties of undefined. Console error. Want me to fix that too? So as I was trying to replicate, there was another error that was just in the console. And from the recording, Cloud Code picked it up and was able, hey, I actually noticed this is happening too. So let me fix that. So you gotta love this model here.
Claude and Replay.
Claude and Replay, match made in heaven. All right, you said how many bugs are in this application?
26.
26. Okay, we fixed 2. We're getting there. All right, so let's.
All right, so try searching for an email address. Like I ran into a bug where when I search for an email address, I can't find it.
Jane at. Oh, I have to confirm. Jane. Yeah. We're not finding Jane. Jane, where are you? Okay, so Jane. If I type Jane, then that works. If I do Jane at, I don't get anything. If I do Jane Smith, nope, I don't find anything.
Right.
Even if I have just a space. Wait, oh, sorry. I cannot confirm by hitting enter key. So that's another.
Man,
I
who
guess
built
that's
this?
a missing feature technically, but still. So Jane Smith we're able to find.
Yeah,
But
try
yeah,
searching
email.
search the full email address, like you pasted it in.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So try that again. All right.
Yeah, that's a real bug.
That is a real bug. So let's
That's
go
one
ahead and fix that.
It's one that we confront all the time in real software.
Okay, so how do we describe this bug? There's another bug, and since I'm already in the conversation, I'm not going to even mention where our application is running. That should be obvious by now. When I search for an email, the results are wrong. I don't see the email I'm searching for. This is one of the things I actually love about like interacting with AI. I can just use natural language to describe things. Also, like when I search for stuff, you know, like the amount of time I've spent on Google trying to come up with the right keywords and then doing a search again and then doing a search again and searching again until I finally find the thing that I need. It's crazy. Now I like don't have to do that, especially like when you're debugging stuff, you know, going through thousands of pages of Stack Overflow, and just because you like did not search for the right term, it's wild. Yeah. All right. When I search for email, results are wrong. I didn't even tell it to record. So I wonder if it's going to figure out that I want to create another recording. No, it just like looked into here, which is nice. I guess that means that Cloud Code was able to figure it out on its own, which is good.
Yeah, it's probably an obvious bug, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I have to. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to start a new conversation and actually instruct it to use to create a recording and use Replay MCP. Because well, to be like honest with our audience, for a small application like this, which is just a single app.js file, I'm pretty sure Claude would be able to like figure out most of them, if not all of them. What I'm trying to demonstrate is like definitely this loop where you actually have bugs that are much more complicated, right? And maybe even like hard to replicate, that only happen on, I don't know, they happen only when you run a test, or they happen only sometimes, right? But once you have that bug captured, you have it recorded, that's kind of all you need. Like once you have that information, it's there. So that's that also works. All right, so we fixed that without without usage of Replay MCP. What else we got here?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there's some bugs around filtering. There's some bugs around, like if you refresh, there's some data loss.
Oh, that's true. Will this even be able to keep the data? Because we don't have a database, right?
Right.
So if I do this, it just like gets away. I'm kind of just wondering if we're able to fix that. All right. Use replay skills to record my application. Following issue. So let's do. How do I describe this issue? I'll go. When I create a new record and hit refresh, the data is lost. All right now. So there is one flaw in our demo right now. Wouldn't you say, Tom?
There is. We'll have a post-mortem.
I think like the biggest issue right now, well, besides the fact I have to close the browser manually, the fact, if we go back to my instruction, right? What I do here is I have to describe the bug, and then when the replay browser opens, what I'm doing is I am now doing the manual steps.
Right.
To recreate that bug. So there is sort of a duplicity here, which we're kind of grown accustomed to, right? So things are going to get better, right, Tom? You want to do a little teaser for the future?
Yeah, I mean, we're working on a number of things. We've got a Chrome extension in the works, which will, we're exploring computer use. So, like right now, like Philip pointed out, he's describing a bug, but what if, we're exploring a world where you can just say, something's wrong, go figure it out. And we'll watch, you can watch Replay interact with and uncover what's wrong, and then tell Claude how to fix it.
We don't have that ready yet.
Not ready yet, no.
Would be cool to show it though.
Soon.
Soon, coming soon.
Soon, TM.
All right, so now we're back to debugging. We're catching uncaught exceptions.
Oh, I've got to deal with the plumber again. I'm gonna have.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll just walk through what is happening. So once again, the flow is pretty simple, right? It has 2 steps, so it's not like it probably could be simpler. Right now, it's 2 steps. First one is recording. The second one is debugging. But soon enough, we're going to like jam it into one single step where you, just as Tom described, we're going to do just, hey, figure this out. This app doesn't work. Like, tell me what's wrong. And you should be able to do that with the pairing of the power of AI and the power of Replay. So now when I go ahead, I'm confirming these tools. I don't know what's going on with Claude Code today. Why do I have to confirm each tool separately? Because it should be able to use that. That is defined in these skills. Right? I have my skills file and it says allow tools. All of the Replay IO tools should be allowed. All of the MCP Replay tools should also be allowed. At least that's how I think we're defining that. Guys in chat, you can tell me if I'm wrong here. Anyways, here we go. Bug found. All right, it's already suggesting a solution, but yeah, found all the bugs from replay recording analysis. It actually found 2 bugs. I asked only for 1, but it actually found 2. So data lost on refresh. DOM content loaded handler line 42 always overrides delete with sample data, ignoring the local storage. All right, so this application should be saving the data into the local storage, but it doesn't do that. Of course, in a real life scenario, we would have a database, but in these demo apps, it is often used to save the data either to local storage or have some other like very low tech solution for saving. And we are trying to use that in our application, but it seems like it doesn't work. It gets ignored. So the save to local storage function exists, but is never called when the data changes. And autosave at line 355, it doesn't exist. Okay. The one off by 1 error in the recordings version of render leads. The recorded version uses I is smaller or equal to leads to render length, causing cannot read properties of undefined errors. The local file has I, which is correct. This may have been fixed already. Let me fix the 2 persistence issue now. And now we got the solution, right? So we're loading from local storage. This part wasn't present in our code. If saved, we're parsing that. Else, we're using sample data. Yeah, pretty easy fix. Easy to overlook at, I guess. So let's save that. And now we should be good. Oh, another fix, save to local storage. Yeah, it mentioned that, right? Saving that as well. Anything else? Seems, yes, we still have if index. Oh yeah, so we actually have to add it everywhere. When we're deleting a lead, when we're loading that. So yeah, thank you, Claude Code, for thinking about all of these cases. Autosave functionality not working. Now we're fixing that. Autosave, save to local storage. Here we go. We now have a functioning app. Let's go. 3 more fixes are done. Oh, interesting. We can actually, like, Claude is suggesting that we record the application again and check the fix, which I guess is a good thing to check, but I'm going to trust it. All right. Go. So let's see. Let's add a new lead. I'm going to do Philip. Give it an example. Status contacted, qualified, 10,000. Save lead. Here we go. Let's refresh. Wait, it's actually not. It's actually not working. Oh, what? Let me save this. Save it. All right, got it. Refresh. Oh, yeah, okay, of course. I did not refresh the application. So after I added delete and refreshed the application, it would disappear. So all right, we got another fix ready. Now Tom told me that there are some other bugs as well, but I don't know about any of them, so I'm not sure what to do here. Let's try to play the filters. Apply filters, contacts, leads. Okay, filters seem to be working. Or maybe not. Today, wait, this. Does today not show today? It does. let's clear this. Status, new. Oh, here we go. We found another bug. It seems like the filters are not working. So that's another like great thing to fix. And I see like the revenue might also be not working properly. It's like doing 42,000 and 10,000. I think it's like counting these and this is like just like appended here. So yeah. Yeah, okay, let's fix the filters first and then I'll look at the total revenue. So let's I'm going to start a new conversation again and then do replay skills. And when I filter my leads, let's just say the drop down for filtering leads does not work. All of the leads are shown at all times. And let's just fix this or delete this. The app is running on localhost 3000. And let's see what happens. 2 skills, 2 tools allowed. So skills is successfully loaded. When I go to settings, JSON, it seems like, all of these are added. Yeah, all right, let's filter it out. I cannot even click this now. Oof. Oh, here we go. All right, let's close the browser. I don't know what the dictionary is doing here, but yeah. So we got the recording captured. We have caught the error. It is there forever. Now let's try to see what happens. The upload failed. Okay, it has some trouble with reading my API key. The API key is set, so I'm not sure what that is about. I haven't yet invalidated it, but I should. Yeah, the status filter. Yeah, that was the status filter. All right. Python. Why do you want to do Python? No, don't do Python. Yeah, my Claude code is acting really weird. Really weird right now. I mean, okay, I guess it was trying to use Python just like to filter the list, but this is an issue on our skill, so I'm glad we found it. But no recording failed to upload. There's an existing upload recording. Yeah, I don't think you'll find anything here. Okay, let's just stop it and try recording the application again once the browser is closed. Confirm the recording upload. Again, a thing that we'll probably need to add to our skills, because when the browser is closed, it actually asks you whether you want to upload the recording, and you can just hit yes. You can just say, yeah, please upload it. So that's what we should do. So let's see. Here we go. Contacted. Apply filters. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I guess I finally got what you mean. That was the status filter. Yeah, I had to like filter and apply the filter. So I guess this is actually working. Okay, never mind. So let's close this. A good question, whether we can use cursor instead of Claude. Yeah, we can totally do that. So a good place to start would be to look at our docs. So in our docs, make this bigger. We have a quick start on our Replay MCP, and we have the instructions for Cloud Code, Cursor, VS Code, Codecs. So let's just do the cursor. And by the way, like this mcp.json, this should I should probably add that to the docs as well. But this mcp.json is something that's like a convention for most repos nowadays. So similarly to having a agents.md file, you can just go ahead and do .mcp JSON and then add the contents of what you need in here. I wonder if there's a way to like hide this. I wonder. So let me go to settings. Notion, what are you doing here? I don't want Notion. I want to go to settings. Cursor settings. And we should have a tools and MCP here. All right, I have NX MCP, which I don't need. I have Playwright, which I guess I will just turn off. And browser automation is deleted. New MCP server. Oh, okay, let's just get it in here. Okay, let's see if this works. We have this saved, but I don't see. Oh, here we go. Replay. It is loaded. It works now. So here are all of the tools. So let's now go to our chat, and we'll do the same instruction. I think I have it somewhere. Yeah. Oops. Actually. Okay. Use MCP. Replay. CLI skills to record the application running at localhost 3000. Then use Replay MCP to debug the app. Currently, I'm facing an issue that total, what's it called? It was like a total sum. Yeah, total revenue. Total revenue is not calculated properly. All right, so let's hit it. And now let's see how that works with. I have been using Cloud Code extensively. So I'm not even sure what's going to happen now that I use it in Cursor. And it seems like Cursor kind of ignored my instruction. It just like went ahead and tried to debug itself, at least according to what I can see here. But no, okay, yeah, it's okay, it didn't. I just saw it looking at the app.js file, and I thought it's probably going to it's going to try to fix the issue just based on the app.js and completely ignore the Replay MCP. Which, I mean, fair. Again, as I was saying, this is a very simple application, doesn't do much. So jumping straight to like analyzing the app.js makes sense. With like more complicated bugs where you actually need to capture what's going on, that's more tricky. That's where you probably want to reach for something like Replay. Yeah, okay, I see that it it just like did this. I don't know what's happening with the Replay MCP. So totally ever after you share the recording ID, I can use the Replay MCP. Okay, so this is, it seems like it has sort of ignored the, okay, Replay is recording in the background. Yeah, a Replay browser should be open. Next steps for you: reproduce the issue, stop the recording. So I did that. Upload when Replay prompts you. Okay. Let me just skip through that, and I will say I reproduced the issue. The recording is not yet uploaded. You use replay skills to upload the recording. Save the recording ID. All right, so now it seems it doesn't get it. And I know this is kind of like, this is kind of dumb for me when it obviously has the solution for me, to like force it to do that through the through Replay IO. Again, like, upload failed. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I guess maybe the upload failed because of the authentication. When I go back to my settings, where are my settings? Oh, cursor settings. I am referencing my API key like this, which is probably not the way I should. I should probably just paste the API key here. I wonder how you keep your API keys safe if you're like saving the key in the MCP JSON when you need to like add headers to your MCP. How do you keep them safe? Because I don't like the fact that I'm exposing my key. It's not a high stakes key. So I already did expose it during the live stream. It's not a big deal. I'm going to rotate it anyway. But yeah, if I'm working on a project, if I'm working on an open source project, how do I do that? You know what? Let's just add another conversation. How do I keep my API keys safe when adding them to mcp.json? We do agent, we do ask. You're already doing the right thing. Uses an environment variable. But is it? Yeah, okay. So if I don't want to share my MCP setup across my team, I put the MCP JSON into the git ignore. Which, okay, fair. That makes sense. Set the key in the environment. That's what I already have. So I have this key in my environment. I'm not even using so usually when I save my keys in the environment, I use 1Password. I recently wrote a blog about this. So like if you go to my blog, there is a way of how to like not store your keys into env files, which like this is already a pretty decent solution where you put where you create an env file and then don't commit it. But of course, once you're starting working with AI tools, they should ignore the env files, but sometimes they don't, and now your key is exposed. And again, like once your key is exposed, it's not the biggest deal in the world. You just have to do the right thing, ideally as soon as possible, to invalidate that key, delete it, and create a new one. That's what I was like saying, for example, when discussing tools like OpenClaw, right, which have a bit of a security holes in them. And the fact that OpenClaw is designed the way it is, it's not the biggest problem in the world when your API key gets leaked. It's the problem is when it gets leaked and you don't do anything about it. And when you don't do anything about it because you didn't know about it, that's like that's like the biggest problem. And also not reading your skills files. That's what gets you. But anyways, I was trying to say that there is a good way of hiding your API keys even from within the env files, which there are a couple of tools for this, but one of them is basically using 1Password. So it has this OP run where when you use it, you don't save your API keys like your API keys like this, but you basically save a reference. And then when you have that reference, you wrap your whatever you want to do, for example, like npm run dev, into an op run command. Oh, link. Yeah, here we go. So go ahead, give that a read. And I gave you, I'm giving here like an example of how to set it all up. It's pretty easy. But it's a good way of, like not exposing your keys, not having them in your file system, even if it's a relatively safe solution like .env file. When you're dealing with AI, it's probably better to not even show that. So what I'm doing here, I'm saving that. I have that in my ZSRHC file. I have it saved in plain text in there. So I'm not even using the OP solution that I've just shown you. For some reason, it still doesn't pick it up, which I don't understand why. Because we're getting these, login browser, Replay IO. I'll have to look into that, why that is, and then obviously update the docs. And this is, you guys, why we do this. This is the good thing about doing live streams like this and trying to fix the problems. Obviously, with Cursor, we're running into more problems than with Cloud Code. And that is partially because I use Cloud Code more than using Cursor agent. I usually open up Cursor just so I have a good overview of my files, of what's going on. But I don't always use Cursor with the chat. I find myself using it less these days. All right. So Tom told me that he might actually be delayed because he is dealing with some issues at his home. His boiler went bust and he has a person fixing it, and it looks like it's taking a little longer than it should. But we're running basically for an hour now, and I think that's a good time to wrap things up. Today, Tom and I we're talking about the fact that we should do this more often. We should go on live streams, discuss, showcase, do stuff so that you can see it. Because we have a lot of exciting things, and this is just scratching the surface. This is already pretty awesome. I'm really excited about the fact that we have Replay MCP, that we can debug our applications in such an easy and fun way. But again, this is something that's for the developers out there. But we're creating really cool stuff for all kinds of folks. So for example, if you're vibe coding your application in Lovable or Replit and you get stuck, we'll be able to help you to get unstuck. And I'm really, really excited about that. And we will be showing that to you in a few days, maybe in a few weeks. But in any case, stay tuned for that because it's going to be fun. All right, then. Now that I'm alone, I guess this is this is goodbye, and see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye, everyone.